Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of January 11th through the 18th. And this week we have a weird release of like a free Warframe that you guys are going to be able to get your hands on, but not in the way that you think. I'll get into that in a little bit. As always, we have the Twitch drops. You guys can find out what the schedule is going to be on my Twitch channel. It'll be pinned to the top of the chat as always, so you can just click on the link up there and find out what the Twitch drops are going to be when DE gives us the new Twitch drops for this upcoming week. We also have a new Prime Resurgence like loadout of 8 different frames to look forward to. We'll get into that, but let's get started with this week and everything you want to be aware of. So first, we got Bird over here with his shiny treasures. This week he has an Azure Archon Shard. Deep Archimedia is going to be Disruption, Mirror Defense, and Exterminate. Temporal Archimedia is going to be a Defense, Legicide Harvest, and Assassination. The Coda weapons for the next 23 hours are going to be the Catabalist with 25.3% Magnetic, the Hema 25.7% Magnetic, the Mire 45.4% Toxin, the Motivore 35.7% Heat, the Pox 25.8% Magnetic, Sporothrix 37.7% Impact, and the Tworxica 51.2% Impact. We take a look at the 1999 calendar for January. We have rewards between the Arcane Double Pack versus 3-day Mod Drop Chance Booster. Then we have a single Arcane versus a primary Arcane Adapter. For February, we're looking at a melee Arcane Adapter versus a primary Arcane Adapter. Then we have 3-day Mod Drop Chance Booster versus a Violet Archon Shard. And for March, we have 2,000 Kuva versus an Arcane, and finally a double Arcane versus 6,000 Kuva. The Steel Path Descendia this week we have, looks like we've got, I can't read what that is because it ain't showing, it's not on my screen, but you got an Arcane as we usually do. It's probably one of the new ones. Then we have Primary Overcharge. Then we'll have 25 Steel Essence. We'll have 3 times Primary Debilitate. And then finally, an Aroken Reactor Blueprint. If we check out the rewards for the normal Descendia, we got, you know, these usual things you could farm and get in the game anyway. And then we have a primary Arcane Adapter. So if we check Prime Resurgence right here, we're going to see that we have 3 days and 18 hours left for you to get your hands on a Mesa, Hydroid, Ash, Inaros, Volt, Loki, Ember, and Frost. 3 days and 18 hours left for them and all their weapons, anything you might want from them. But in 3 days and 18 hours, they will be replaced with part 2 of another set of 8 Warframes that are coming back. Those Warframes being Haro, Necros, Ivara, Oberon, Valkyr, Saren, Garuda, and Korra. All good choices. Can't wait. Alright, so checking out the alerts. This is where we're going to get into the free Warframe. So we're going to have Dagath being able to be farmed, but they're only going to give it to, like, give the Dagath to us 1 part per week. The way that it reads on the site is that each one of these Dagath parts is going to last up until February 18th. So, like, the mission to run the alert looks like the way that they're telling us about this is it's going to last until February 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But they're only going to be releasing 1 part per week. So the first part they're going to release is the Dagath Blueprint. That's going to be January 14th. That's this week at 2 p.m. The second part is going to be the Chassis on January 21st. The third is going to be the Neuroptics on January 28th. And the final is going to be the Systems on February 4th. And each one of these parts looks like it's going to last until February 12th. So it seems like if you don't do these, they're just going to keep accumulating these alerts up until February 12th. Just so you know, that's how it seems like it works. We'll find out, I guess, later into this week. But the events that we currently have: Thermia Fractures, 7 days and 16 hours. Then we have Reminder to do the weekly Ayatan Treasure Hunt with Maru. For Invasions, we are looking at a Strun Wraith Barrel versus a Dara Vandal Stock. Then we have, for the sortie today, Survival, Sabotage, and Assassination. The Archon Hunt this week is against Boreal for an Azure Archon Shard. We have to do a Spy, Excavation, and a Showdown. And if I put this on Steel Path, the current incursions today are Interception, Spy, Mobile Defense, Spy, Assassination, and Disruption. We check out what Nora's got this week. We have eliminate 500 enemy, the usual permanent weeklies, and then we have finish a capture mission in less than 90 seconds, defeat the Aura Worm on Steel Path, complete 3 bounties in the Orb Valis, complete 12 conduits in Disruption, and then today's daily is deploy a glyph while in mission. If we check out the credit offerings and what we got going on this week, we are going to see that we have a lot of mods again. This is one of those weeks. We have Energy Siphon, Rifle Scavenger, Range advantage, pistol scavenger, infested impotence, deadeye, enemy radar, shotgun scavenger, shield disruption, rifle amp. And then for the gold ones, we got range advantage, precision strike, critical precision, energy siphon, definitely easy to make platinum off of if you're looking to just spend your credits on something to make some platinum off of. Energy siphon, enemy radar, deadeye, these will certainly sell. It shouldn't be too hard to get rid of them in trade chat. Scrolling down a little bit, we also have efficient beams, clip delegation, holster amp, and bursting mass. And even further, we have purging slash, rumbled, and singularity. The Steel Path circuit this week, we have Incarnon adapter choices for the Boar, Gamma Core, Anku, Gorgon, and Angstrom. And if we scroll over to the right here, if you got those already, you can instead get a rifle, pistol, melee riven, or 20,000 Kuva. If we check out what's going on normal Steel Path, normal circuit this week, we have choices between Gara, Korra, and Revenant. Checking out Akrithis this week, she has a Shotgun Riven mod, 15 Pathos Clamps, Exilus Warframe Adapter, 20 Pathos Clamps, Pistol Riven mod, 15 Pathos Clamps, Shotgun Vendetta for 10 Pathos Clamps, and a Forma Blueprint for 10 Pathos Clamps. Checking out Teshin in Steel Path Honors this week, he's got himself a Veiled Riven Cipher for 20 Steel Essence, and he also has 30,000 Endo for 150 Steel Essence. And looking at everybody's favorite Conehead here, we have a Tenet Ferox, 31.9% radiation, Tenet Grigori, 57.5% heat. Holy moly, definitely worth getting if you don't already have this. This is only one fusion away from being capped at 60. Then we have the Tenet Livia, which is 29.1% impact, Tenet Exec, 30.5% impact, and finally the Tenet Agendus, 44.7% toxin. How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are. Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimedia and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you can travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.